us across the area, we are starting to see a more southeastward track with this rain. So we're going to start to dry out across our most northwestern areas. So Lauderdale, Colbert probably going to start drying out sometime soon. Limestone, Lawrence County is a little bit dry at the moment, but heading into the afternoon, we could see a little bit of redevelopment, but most of us probably going to be staying dry. So currently, we're seeing some drier pockets, some drier areas across the Tennessee Valley. This rain still ongoing, though, in Coleman, southern Morgan County into Marshall County. Still seeing a little bit of rainfall in Lauderdale, Colbert, and Franklin counties. The western side of Lauderdale and Colbert, really. The Shoals and Florence probably drying out right now, Tuscumbia as well. Here in the Huntsville Metro, we're also dry, but we've seen a good amount of rainfall throughout the past 24 hours. Notice Decatur is just shy of 2 inches of accumulation just within the last 24 hours. Florence getting really close to 1.5 inches, as well as us here in Huntsville and Moulton. Russellville just shy of 1 inch of accumulation. Now, we will possibly see those totals increase the rest of today, but we're not expected to see any more rain heading into this upcoming weekend. Now, we will continue to see mostly clouds for the time being, but we will start to see a little bit of sunshine heading into the afternoon, but for the most part, it is going to be pretty dreary out there. You can tell all across the southeast just exactly where that rain has situated itself in areas that it hasn't reached yet. Notice Birmingham only sitting right at 70 here in Huntsville. We're getting really close to the low 70s, and Montgomery still in the mid 80s. They haven't seen that rainfall just quite yet. 71 in Florence, Russellville, Moulton, they're starting to dry out, so the temperatures are going to get a little bit warmer over there. Coleman 71 here in Huntsville. We're still in the upper 60s. Athens still in the upper 60s. Fort Payne still in the upper 60s. Dew points are a little bit lower, though, right now than what we were seeing this time yesterday. Yesterday, about this time of the day, we were seeing dew points in the low 70s. So it is a little different out there, still pretty muggy, but it is definitely not as unbearable as yesterday, that is for sure. But we are going to see those dew points rise back into the low 70s heading into the weekend. So it will be relatively muggy for your Saturday and your Sunday, and heading into the early part of next week, we're going to keep those dew points in the low 70s. So for the next 12 hours, temperature is going to be rising to about the mid 80s. Some of us could reach the upper 80s. Some of us could stay in the lower 80s. But right around the mid 80s is probably where all of us going to be going for this afternoon. And like I said, once that rain starts to dissipate a little bit, it's going to take the cloud cover with it. But for right now, we'll continue to maintain the mostly cloudy sky. But partly clouds expected heading into the afternoon and just before sunset. By about midnight, though, temperature is going to have fallen into the low 70s, and we'll be sitting under a mostly clear sky. Now, I mentioned earlier that our dew point value is going to be in the low 70s heading into this upcoming weekend. That's also going to aid in warmer feels-like temperatures. Our heat index values are expected to reach the lower 100s starting on Saturday, and they're going to stay in the lower 100s up until about this time next week. So it is going to be pretty warm out there, and we're going to stay that way heading into the next couple of days. So for today, enjoy the lower heat index values. So severe threat for today, we do have a marginal risk for a few strong to severe thunderstorms to develop, but it's not going to be widespread. Maybe we see 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warning. It's really just going to be kind of like what we experienced the earlier part of this week. So we could potentially see a little bit of redevelopment heading into the afternoon. Notice about 4 o'clock, scattered showers and thunderstorms still popping up on our future cast, and we're going to stay that way until about 8 o'clock tonight. Then much of the Tennessee Valley going to be pretty dry, and we'll stay dry heading into the rest of the Thursday night and into early portion on Friday. Then we're expected to stay all the way dry for your Friday, and that's going to last until the weekend. So high temperatures tomorrow going to be in the upper 80s, lower 90s potentially for some. 91 is the forecasted high for us here tomorrow in Huntsville. Florence expected to reach 91 as well as Decatur. 90 expected tomorrow in Moulton. Mid 80s expected tomorrow in Fort Payne. Scottsboro expected to see right around 88 degrees for your forecasted high temperature. Now, rain chances for this upcoming week are relatively limited, so all of the rain that we're going to see today, it's going to be coming to an end. We do have a 10% chance of rain heading into Sunday and Monday. That should just due to the fact that we could potentially see an isolated shower or thunderstorm pop up out of nowhere in the afternoon. I mentioned earlier we're starting to really get into that summertime pattern where we just see those scattered showers and thunderstorms literally pop up out of nowhere on our FOX54 radar. So that's why I've got that 10% chance of rain in the forecast for Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday is just a little bit higher, but most of us going to be staying dry then as well. So future rain accumulation throughout the next 7 days, it's not really that impressive. Most of us going to be seeing about half of an inch or less. We do have a warm next 7 days ahead of us. 86 is the forecasted high today. 91 for tomorrow, partly a cloudy sky. Temperature is going to be reaching the mid-90s by Sunday. We'll continue a mostly sunny sky for Saturday and Sunday. That's how we'll start off next week as well. Mostly sunny and warm. High temperatures going to be getting really hot Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. High temperatures going to be sitting in the upper 90s for all 3 days so far next week. And a little bit of rainfall returns back into the forecast on your Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.